Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Storytime. Thank you for joining me. Happy Tuesday to you, wherever you're joining us from today. I am so glad, as always, that we're here together for another exciting story. Thank you for being here. And today we have a special book indeed, and this one is called The Military Child Chronicles. Yes, Mission, my first PCS. And this one is written by Athens Pellegrino. I hope you're ready for this one. It is a good one. I am excited for it. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. Please, as always, let me know where you're joining us from and who is joining in with you today. And of course, we're going to be trying out the calling in session today. So I am excited about that. So you can tell your loved ones how much you love them and say good morning to them, or good evening, or even good night, depending on where they are. Thank you so much for joining in today. The Military Child Chronicles. Yes, my first PCS. This one by Athens Pellegrino. And a big thank you to Athens for allowing us to share this wonderful book here on Storytime. And of course, if you miss us live at 7, please catch us again at 11. And if you're here at 11, thank you for joining in and welcome to Storytime. I am super excited for this one. Thank you so much for joining in, and I will be providing the number that you can try and get in touch with Storytime today, and we will gladly have you here on the show. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you're well. A wonderful lineup that we have for you this week. I am excited for it. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's story, and of course, I hope that you're geared for this one today. I hope you have all your boxes packed, everything ready to go. It is our first PCS, my first PCS. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. A big thank you to you, Athens Pellegrino, for sharing this wonderful book with us here on Storytime. And I'm sure everybody out there is just as excited as I am. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan. How are you doing today? They say good morning, and sunny and pretty Illinois. Oh my goodness, enjoy that beautiful sounding weather. Thank you so much for sharing that, and say we are happy to see you today and hope you have a wonderful day. Well, thank you, and in extension to everybody that is joining in on Storytime, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Yes, indeed, those positive vibes, those good vibes coming in from Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda West. Thank you, much appreciated. Thank you so much, absolutely appreciated. Love it. Good morning to you one more time, Sarah, Amanda, and of course Nathan. Good morning to you. How are you doing in a beautiful sounding Illinois today? I hope you have a lovely day indeed. Good morning to you, Chriselle. How are you doing? Rocco, how are you today? Thank you so much for joining in. Clay is sleeping. Well, I will try to whisper. It'll be hard, but I will try not to wake Clay this morning. Well, Clay, if you're joining us at 11, I hope that you enjoy the story, and I hope that you're enjoying your beauty sleep right now. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you one more time, Chriselle and Rocco, and of course, Clay joining us later on. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, how I missed you all. Thank you so much. Good morning, Sheba Chanda. How are you doing out in Lusaka, Zambia? Thank you so much for joining in. I'm glad you're here. Yes, indeed. Gamwamba Wasamwabugabuti. Thank you for joining us on Storytime. I hope you are well indeed. Good morning to you, Rikia in Oakland. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, I will be seeing you in the classroom very, very shortly. Thank you so much for joining in. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here, Rikia. I am glad you're here with us on Storytime. Thank you for joining in. Emerson representing right here. Good morning to you, Abraham. How are you doing? Oh, how I have missed you, buddy. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad you're here. And of course, Terry, good morning to you as well. Thank you for being here on Storytime. Absolute pleasure to have you here with us today. Thank you, thank you. Good morning one more time out in San Leandro, Abraham, and of course, Terry. Thank you for joining us on Storytime. A wonderful, wonderful morning to you. Good morning to you, Miss Ingrid, out in Patagonia. Thank you so much for joining us all the way out in Argentina. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad you're here with us. Yes, indeed. Great to be back here for live story times. Absolutely missed each and every one of you. Yes, we have a wonderful story that we'll be reading today. And please, afterwards, do stick around. Let's see if you be that one person, the two people, maybe three that will get to call in and say hello. But today we're reading The Military Child Chronicles. Mission, my first PCS. And this one is read with permission and, of course, written by Athens Pellegrino. Thank you so much for allowing us to share this wonderful book here on Storytime. Are you ready? All right, we're going to get started with this one, and we'll be back on the other side of this message. See you in a bit.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. Lamada.
Welcome back. Thank you, Timothy Dixon. And of course, a big congratulations, of course, to the Soapbox Salute on their new baby. Yes, there's a new baby Soapbox Salute out here, and we'll definitely be sharing a lot more information later on. But congratulations to you, my friend. Absolutely love it. And of course, congratulations to you, Laura, as well. Yes. All right, here we go with our story for today. The Military Child Chronicles, my first PCS. This one written by and published by Athens Pellegrino. Good morning to you. Let's get started. All right. Wondering what a PCS is? Well, we're going to find out by the end of this book. And of course, too, just one on a serious note too as well. Really thank all those who've served and all those who are serving right now. And I hope that many things be put in place for all our military personnel as they continue to serve our country. So thank you. And these ones I should have read on Veterans Week, in that week of Veterans Day, but I was out, and I'm still going to read them here and just saying thank you for your service. We appreciate all the work that you do. And of course, in extension, the military families, there's so much that they go through, as this book will highlight a little bit in supporting people that are serving us. Thank you so much. If you've served, if you're serving, and of course the families, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm sure many of you that are listening out there appreciate that too. All right, here we go with our story today. The Military Child Chronicles. Mission, my first PCS. Athens E. Pellegrino. Here we go. And of course, illustrations by CODY Taylor as well. Thank you. All right. Okay. And it's dedicated to our brave military families. Thank you. Yes, Athens, I agree with you 100%. To our brave military families, thank you. All right. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Atticus. He loved his life very much. He had the perfect house, the sweetest teachers, and the best friends. Oh, why would you move from a place like that, right? Atticus' parents both worked for the military. They had lived all over the world, but not Atticus. He had always lived in the same house. Uh-oh, what's about to happen now? Oh, look at Atticus, so happy, right? Then one day, everything changed. Atticus was playing with his dogs when he heard his daddy shout, "It's official!" Mommy began to jump up and down. "PCS time, Florida, here we come!" Atticus watched, confused at his parents, confused as his parents danced and laughed. What's going on here? PCS? What's that? Where is Florida? Are Mommy and Daddy going on vacation without me? Great questions, Atticus. Great questions indeed. Mommy noticed him listening and picked him up. "Great news, love," she said. "We have a PCS to Florida coming up." "What's a PCS?" asked Atticus. Mommy twirled him around. "It means we're moving to Florida. Think of it as a positive change of scenery." Oh. And this book being the ultimate guide to PCS, there's a little thing, the little notes that they've put in on almost every page, just to help families as they move. And this one at the bottom says, look up where you're moving to on the internet, research some major attractions, learn about the local cuisines, and find out what the weather is like. Great ideas indeed. Yes, they're moving to Florida. Think of it as a positive change of scenery. Oh my goodness. "But I don't want to leave," Atticus said, his eyes beginning to water. "Oh, I love my friends and my teachers here. How will they find me?" Oh. Daddy handed him a cup of water. "I promise we will provide communication and support. PCS will be an adventure," he said. Oh. And it does say at the bottom, notify family and friends of the PCS. Pick which platforms you would like to utilize for communication. Exchange usernames, phone numbers, and email addresses. Set dates on the calendar that you look forward to. Oh, great advice indeed. Oh. "You know, at the new house, you will have your own room," Mommy told Atticus. "That means we have to prepare, create, and shop." "PCS, your room will impress. I don't have to share with Callista anymore?" Atticus asked, looking at his baby sister. "Nope," Mommy said. "Even better, we can decorate your room any way you want." Oh my. What a sweet deal. Atticus could hardly believe it. Any way he wanted, he thought. Maybe a jungle? Nah. Maybe the ocean? Nah. The sky like where his daddy worked? Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. So much. The next morning, Atticus woke up to find the house filled with boxes. "Cool, a fort!" he shouted. He scurried around collecting his toys to bring in with him. Oh. At dinner, Daddy talked about the places they could visit on the drive to Florida. "We need to plan cool stops. PCS, where to next?" Oh, and it says there at the bottom, begin sorting and organizing items in the home. Boxes make cool forts and obstacle courses. Oh my goodness. A few days later, Atticus' mom picked him up from his last day of school. When they got home, there was a huge truck outside. Inside, he saw a few boxes. Everything was gone. Atticus couldn't believe how different the house looked. "Well, that's it. The movers just left," Mommy said. "Our things should be in Florida soon, just like us. But tonight, we camp." Oh my. Daddy lifted Atticus onto his shoulders and took him to his perfect backyard. Outside, there were tents and sleeping bags. "Tonight will be fun," Daddy said. "Pizza, camping, s'mores. Oh, yes, PCS." Oh, yeah. It says, make your last night in the old house fun. Set up tents, sleeping bags, and s'mores in the backyard or living room. Oh, my. That sounds wonderful. Atticus woke up in the car. Baby Callista was next to him, still asleep in her car seat. Psst, Atticus, wake up, Daddy whispered. We are at the beach. Atticus wiped his eyes until he felt more awake. The sun was just coming up over the vast, beautiful ocean. While Mommy stayed with Callista, he and Daddy made sandcastles, splashed in the water, and collected seashells. I think I am going to like Florida, Atticus said. Playing castles and seashells, PCS is the best. And it says, plan stops to break up your trip and help the kids release some energy. Oh, great advice indeed. Oh. That night, Daddy put up to the new house. Here we are, he said. Atticus waited nervously to be unbuckled and then hopped out of the car. He slowly walked around his new house. It looked nice. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad after all. Maybe. Oh, such a beautiful, beautiful looking place, isn't it? The next day, Daddy took Atticus and Callista to the park. When they got home, Atticus saw the moving truck in the driveway. Inside, his brand new room was being put together with all his favorite belongings. Oh my. Now this feels like home. Perfect, comfortable, and special. Atticus, Mommy said with a laugh, this PCS is making the house a mess. Oh my, and look at that decorated room, wonderfully decorated. A few days later, Mommy brought Atticus to his new school. Here we are, she said. Now remember, PCS, polite, courageous, smile. Atticus shook his head and clung to her leg. Oh, Mommy gave him a hug. You will be fine, I promise. Oh, slowly Atticus made his way inside. The other kids looked up. Then one little girl ran over. Hi, do you want to play blocks with me? Atticus nodded shyly. Then, with a last look at his mom, he followed the girl. Oh. That afternoon, Atticus was laughing and dancing with his friends when the classroom door opened. Mommy! He shouted, running over. My class is so fun, and I have so many new friends. We played, colored, and sang. PCS, he said. Oh, that is so wonderful. Oh, making new friends can be hard, can it? Then Atticus frowned. Mommy, I don't want to move again. Can we stay here for a while? Mommy kissed and hugged him. Yes, Atticus. Welcome to your new home. And it says at the bottom, pick activities that you enjoy as a family. Break out of your shell and introduce yourself to other families. Be sure to take pictures to send to family and friends. Create a scrapbook of your travels together. Yes, so many wonderful things that we can do. The end. Thank you so much for joining me on Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that one. This was Military Child Chronicles. Yes, mission, my first PCS. I hope you enjoyed your first PCS. And this one's written and published by Athens Pellegrino. A wonderful book indeed. The ultimate guide to PCS. Yes, a big thank you to all the military personnel and of course the military families as well. Thank you, Athens, for putting this together, for sharing this wonderful, wonderful book. And I hope that all the military families out there enjoy this one. And yes, indeed, it offers a guide and of course comfort as well. Thank you so much for joining me on Story Time. I am glad we're here, and we continue to celebrate, all our military families. And tomorrow we will be reading this one, Crawl from the Shadow, by my good friend Captain Olaolu Ogunyemi, and also illustrated by Joshua Ogunyemi. Please do join me for this one tomorrow and get to enjoy this wonderful, wonderful book indeed. Yes, a great lineup that we have for you this week. Wonderful stories that we have. I am so glad that we're here to share this with us together. Oh yes, Amanda, you're saying what a great book for anyone who has gone through or will go through PCS. Sarah and Nathan have PCS 4 times in their lives, and just like Atticus, they always found fun and exciting things to do before, during, and after moving to the new home. Oh my goodness, Sarah and Nathan, thank you for sharing that wonderful, wonderful experience that you've had. Absolutely appreciate you. Yes, moving is not easy, as you know, but you have done it like champs. Thank you for sharing that. And of course, Amanda, thank you as well. Oh my goodness, thank you for sharing that wonderful story, and I'm glad that you're able to make connections to this one as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. Well, it is that time. Before we check out who else was joining us this morning, we have a special segment that we'll be trying out. Please, if you can, call me on this number. Call in so you can say good morning to your friends, you can say good morning to your family, and of course good morning to people out there. Call me on that number, and then we'll try and put you on the show, and hopefully it works like it has been planned. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad you're here. We're going to give it a few minutes. Good morning to you, Erin Cogan. Thank you for joining in. Absolutely love it. I hope you're well. Yes, indeed, right here in Oakland. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, and welcome to Storytime. Yes, we're trying out a new segment where you can call in and get to send your love to all your loved ones and friends out there. So if you can, try out the number, and I hope that it goes through. And yes, we can hear your lovely voice right here on Storytime. We'll give it a few minutes, and then if not, we'll try again. This will be a recurring feature on Storytime. Thanks to everybody that joined in today. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. Chriselle, Rocco, and Clay, thank you so much for joining in. And of course, Clay, we know you'll be joining us at 11. I hope you enjoy the story. Yes, indeed. I hope you have a lovely time out in Lusaka, Zambia. Sheba Chanda, good morning to you. Betty Deshay, and of course, Rikia right here in Oakland. Abraham and Terry, thank you for joining us right here close by in San Leandro. And of course, good morning to you as well, Miss Ingrid out in Patagonia. Thank you for joining in. And of course, a wonderful indeed for sharing your beautiful story, Amanda, and of course, Sarah and Nathan. Wow, PCSing 4 times. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate it. Miss Ingrid, thank you so much. Well, thank you. You are welcome, my dear. Absolutely love it. Absolutely appreciate you. You inspire me too. Thank you so much. All right, please try and get us on that number, and let us see if we can patch you through to story time. Welcome, and thank you for being here. Absolutely love it. Tomorrow we're back. Like I said, we will be reading Crawl from the Shadow. This one is coming back. I think this is the 3rd time we're bringing this one to Storytime. Yes, indeed. It is that good. It is that wonderful. Thank you for sharing in. And I'm excited for Friday as well, when we'll be reading this wonderful book, Zion and Mashed. Join me for this one. I promise you it is a good one indeed. Thank you to those of you that are joining in Storytime, and I hope that you have a wonderful day today. And of course, we'll be trying more and more, checking in with each other, talking to each other. Call in, say hi to your loved ones, say hi to your friends, and wish everybody a wonderful day indeed. And if you're trying, I hope that the number goes through. It's the first time we're trying it out today, so hopefully it works. Thank you so much for being here. As always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. Well, we have a caller coming in here on Storytime. The first caller. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Good morning.
Press 1 to send a voicemail. Press
Hello. Who's on the line with us? Good morning to you, Rikia. Can you hear me? Oh, we have a caller and I could see it, but we lost them. Oh, we keep trying. We keep trying. The call came through. The first caller on story time. Absolutely love it. Yes, yes, yes. Keep trying that number, 650-550-8710. Yes, indeed. That number you can get through right to story time and say good morning to your loved ones. Thank you so much for joining me on story time today. Always a pleasure being here with you. Absolutely appreciate the time that we spend together. And yes, indeed, as we go out in the day, let us remember to have a beautiful, beautiful day. Remember that every little thing that you do matters. Every little thing that you do is important. Please go out there, hold your head high, and shine your light. Thank you so much for being here on Story Time. We'll give it a few more minutes, and if nobody comes through, well, a big thank you to everybody that joined in. Thank you to our first caller. I'm pretty sure that was Rikia. Thank you for trying, and hopefully we'll get you through next time, if not today. Thank you so much. Please do join me. A wonderful lineup that we have for you this week. Thank you to everybody that joined in. Erin Corgan, especially good to see you today. Thank you for being here on Story Time, and everybody else that is joining in today. Absolutely love it. If you're joining us for the recorded session after the live in the morning, I hope that you have a wonderful day where you are. I hope you enjoy the story. Beautiful story indeed. Great advice. The ultimate guide for military families as they PCS, but also a beautiful guide to everybody that is moving as we're moving to new places and figure out what you can do, you and your family, as you move to the new place. Thank you for being here. Absolutely love it. Please reach us, call in, story time, say hello to your loved ones, say hello, wish them a wonderful day on 650-550-8710. And of course, if we miss us today, please do catch us. This will be a recurring number that will be here on Storytime, a way for you to participate, a way for us to hear your beautiful voice here on Storytime. Thank you for being here. Please keep trying. We'll be back again tomorrow with more exciting stories. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Everybody that joined in, appreciate each and every one of you. Hugs, and kisses to each and every one of you. We'll see you again tomorrow when we are back on Storytime for another exciting story. And this time we're reading one written by Captain Olaolu Ogunyemi. And of course, he also has a new book. Hear more about it tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Much love from me. I will see you again when? Tomorrow. Much love. Bye-bye.
Read me all of your stories, some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.